Welcome, wrestling warriors. You're tuned into Wrestle Watch Central, your daily dose of WWE. Hit that bell, and let's get started. When Dominik Mysterio grabbed a microphone on Monday Night Raw, nobody expected anything out of the ordinary fans, thought he would deliver another typical heel promo, brag a little, run down a few legends, and walk away smirking with the North American Championship on his shoulder. But what happened instead wasn't routine, wasn't predictable, and wasn't safe. It was one of the most disruptive, conversation-shifting promos WWE has seen in years, a moment that sent shockwaves throughout the wrestling world and pulled John Cena's name back into the center of the conversation in a way no one anticipated. Dominik Mysterio walks into a storm of boos. As soon as Dominik's music hit, the arena erupted, not in cheers, but in the kind of deafening hostility that only a top-tier villain can draw. Dominik didn't flinch. He walked to the ring with a calm, almost amused expression, the title resting proudly over his shoulder. When he stepped inside the ropes, the crowd was already chanting things he pretended not to hear, but he clearly enjoyed every second of it. He stood silently for a moment, letting the reaction wash over him, feeding off the tension like fuel. The usual Dominik promo until everything changed. At first, his promo followed the expected pattern. He called himself the greatest North American champion of all time. He bragged about surpassing his father's accomplishments. He mocked the audience for doubting him and listed the names of wrestlers he had disrespected or defeated along the way. But then, out of nowhere, a small chant in the crowd spread like wildfire. "Cena, Cena, Cena?" Dominik froze. He turned toward the noise with pure disgust written all over his face. And that's when everything shifted. What started as a normal promo turned into something far more intense. Dominik Mysterio goes after John Cena's legacy. Dominik looked at the audience and unleashed a verbal barrage that went far beyond typical WWE trash talk. He called John Cena a relic of a forgotten era, a walking billboard, and a star who traded his passion for Hollywood approval. He argued that Cena didn't evolve with the industry, that he relied on the same predictable formula year after year, and that he built a career by being safe rather than bold. He questioned Cena's dedication, saying that the former champion shows up only when it benefits him, not when the company or the fans truly need him. The personal shots that fueled the fire. When Dominik brought up Cena's movie career, the arena erupted. He claimed Cena wasn't loyal to WWE, that he left the industry in pursuit of outside fame, and that his hustle, loyalty, respect mantra was more marketing slogan than genuine philosophy. The audience was torn, some furious, some nodding along, and Dominik noticed the reaction pushed him further. He declared he was everything Cena pretended to be, and dared Cena to come back and face him in the ring. It wasn't just disrespect. It was a direct challenge to Cena's identity, values, and connection to the WWE Universe. The world waits. And then, WWE drops the bombshell. For several days, Cena remained completely silent. No tweets, no interviews, no subtle hints. Fans wondered whether he would respond at all or if Dominik's comments would be ignored. Then WWE made an announcement that no one saw coming. John Cena would return to face Dominik Mysterio in a championship match. Not a special attraction match. Not a promo segment. Not a confrontation. A legitimate title bout. Cena, a 16-time world champion, stepping into the ring for a mid-card championship. Something he has rarely done in his entire career. Why would Cena accept such a match? On paper, Cena has nothing to gain. He's already achieved everything a superstar can in WWE. But this isn't about the belt. This is about respect. Respect for the business, respect for his name, and respect for what he's built. Dominik didn't just call him out, he questioned his legacy. And if there's one thing Cena doesn't ignore, it's a threat to the core of what he represents. This match isn't about elevating Cena. It's about reminding the world who he is. But what if Dominik wasn't entirely wrong? This is where the story becomes complex. Dominik's comments weren't just insults, they contained uncomfortable truths. Cena has been a part-timer for years. He does show up selectively. Meanwhile, young stars like Dominik wrestle week after week, consistently building character and presence. Cena's absence created a vacuum that new talent had to fill, and Dominik, despite the boos and the criticism, has carved out a place for himself. You don't have to like Dominik to admit he's grown, and you don't have to dislike Cena to admit he's changed. The match will be more than a match. It's a generational clash. This showdown is shaping up to be more than just a bout. It's the past versus the present. Cena embodies the clean-cut superhero era of WWE. Dominik represents the modern wave, edgier, complex, morally gray characters who thrive on unpredictability. When they meet in the ring, it won't be a friendly contest. It will be a battle of philosophies and eras. What could happen? 3 possible scenarios. If Cena wins, he reasserts dominance and reclaims respect, but it risks halting Dominik's momentum. If Dominik wins, even by questionable methods, it would be one of the biggest upsets in modern WWE, and proof that the company is investing in its future. And if there's a non-finish, the rivalry extends, allowing both characters to evolve and the story to deepen. Any outcome is possible, and each one carries massive implications for the roster and the company's direction. The emotional weight of this feud. Beyond titles and storylines, this feud hits something deeper: the fear of being forgotten and the hunger to be recognized. Cena fights to protect his legacy from being distorted. Dominik fights to escape the shadow of his family name and stand on his own. This isn't just a storyline, it's a symbolic passing of the torch, or a rejection of it. Why fans can't look away. This rivalry speaks to longtime fans and new viewers alike. It blends nostalgia with unpredictability, the comfort of tradition with the thrill of change. Whether you're cheering Cena or rooting for Dominik to shock the world, the emotional pull is undeniable. It's rare that WWE captures lightning in a bottle like this, but when it happens, it becomes history.